Good day, this is UHURU News, and in our headlines this week, young Nurses Indaba Trade Union placed under administration. Saftu has declared war against job losses, hunger and austerity measures. And Labour Court has reserved judgment on the Wesley Neumann case. Good day, I am Wesley Neumann and these are your news. The Young Nurses Indaba Trade Union, a Saftu affiliate, has been placed under administration following allegations of misuse of funds by the union's leaders. This was revealed at the press conference earlier this week, where the National Task Team Coordinator Bafana Chabalala confirmed that the YNITU's 2021 Congress was unconstitutional, leading to its placement under administration. The order was made by the Labour Court after an application by the Register of Labour Relations. Administrator Gerald Vosloo reported findings of widespread mismanagement, including over 1.7 million rand in irregular payments, inflated membership numbers, luxury hotel bills and wasteful contracts. Bafana Chabalala is the union's National Task Team Coordinator.
The disputed 2021 Congress and government crisis in UHURU, the lawful intervention by the Registrar of Labour Relations and the courts, the administrator's findings, the disciplinary processes and outcome concerning the former General Secretary. Further to that, the Labour Court administration order and appeals. After the continued breakdown, the Registrar of Labour Relations applied to the Labour Court for YNITU to be placed under administration. The Labour Court granted the order, placing YNITU under administration and appointing Mr. Gerald Vosloo as the administrator. The Mthunzi disciplinary faction appealed to the Labour Appeals Court, which dismissed their application and upheld the Labour Court's ruling to put the union under administration. They then sought leave to appeal to the Constitutional Court, which was refused. The administrator's final report exposed the financial misconduct of 1.2 million rands to the former General Secretary's son's company, 66,770 to the GS Hotel, and 476,000 which was paid to the former President Rich Sitini. Wasteful expenditures also exposed were luxury hotels, liquor and inflated T-shirts and media contracts.
More in our news, the South African Federation of Trade Unions, Saftu, has declared war against job losses, hunger and austerity measures that are being implemented by the government. During the media briefing on Tuesday in Johannesburg, the Trade Union Federation described the current economic and social crisis as life and death for the working class. Now, recently, retrenchments have been experienced across different industries, with nearly 900 jobs lost at Goodyear Tires and around 4,000 jobs threatened at ArcelorMittal, closures at the Plascon Durban and Protea Chemicals, as well as the South African Post Office collapsing from 13,000 jobs to fewer than 5,000 workers. The Federation warned that hunger and austerity are deepening the crisis. 20 million South Africans face hunger, with supermarkets destroying edible food daily as people cannot afford to buy. Saftu's General Secretary Zwelenzima Vavi explains.
We discussed the job loss bloodbath. We took a report from our unions, starting with the NUMSA, which reported about the closure of Goodyear Tires in Tariga, which have destroyed over 900 jobs, excluding hundreds, if not more, than 400 in the value chain. We estimate that over 100,000 jobs in steel, mining, transport, logistics and engineering will be lost through the closure of ArcelorMittal. Kiwusa, another Saftu union, reported about the closure of Plascon in Durban and the retrenchment in Protea Chemicals, affecting between 300 and 400 workers. Also, the once mighty Bukune mine, which employed 12,500, is again facing closure, threatening thousands and thousands of jobs. They demanded that the government bailouts must serve workers and communities, not corporations.
And finally, the Labour Court in Cape Town has reserved judgment in the matter between Wesley Neumann and the Western Cape Education Department after closing arguments were heard on Friday. Neumann, the former Hitfield High School principal, is challenging his dismissal by the Western Cape Education Department, which took place in 2020 and is facing 4 misconduct charges from his employer as a result. These charges included obstruction, disrespect, and breach of social media policy stemming from his refusal to comply with directives that mandated the physical return of grade 12 pupils to school during the early stages of the COVID-19 pandemic. According to the Provincial Department Education, Neumann had incited personnel and pupils to what it calls an unlawful stay away, during which there was 0 attendance at the school for a period of 3 weeks. However, the decision for learners to temporarily not to attend school for safety reasons during the pandemic was taken by the school governing body, not Neumann on his own. The many principals from other schools that did not do the same were not subjected to any disciplinary measures by WCD. Warren Hermanus is from the Special Action Committee.
Neumann needs to be reinstated, not just because of the unjustness and because he's good at his job, for transformation of education in the Western Cape. I believe it's imperative that a precedent be set here, that these bullies, who sadly are worse than the NP government of the past, they can say what they like. They have bottomless pockets of taxpayers' money throwing at a case that they should never have won in the first place and should never have taken place. We are disgusted as a community. We are disgusted as a people that they can be so callous. They went through this whole process as if there was no COVID-19. People were dying out there. And all Neumann was doing was taking care of those he was responsible for. The children, the teachers, the community at large, and his family as well.
Well, we'll leave it there for our news. This was UHURU News right here on Cape Town TV. I was your host, Mamesi Lamoon. See you next time.